Solve 2y squared minus 6y minus 2 equals 0 by completing the square. Now, to begin the process of completing the square, we need to make sure that the coefficient on our lead term is a 1. So we divide through everything by 2, which gives us y squared minus 3y minus 1 equals 0. Now, to complete the square on the left-hand side, we need to add a 1 to both sides. Y squared minus 3y equals 1. And then we take half of the middle coefficient and square it. So half of negative 3 is 3 halves, and square that. And if we add 3 halves squared to the left side, we have to add 3 halves squared to the right side. So we have y squared minus 3y plus 9/4 is equal to 4/4 plus 9/4. And I rewrote the 1 as 4 over 4. Now, going ahead and factoring the left-hand side, I have y minus 3 halves squared is equal to 13 over 4. Now, we're trying to get y by itself. We're trying to solve for y. So to get y by itself, we need to get rid of this square here. And to do that, we take the square root of both sides, remembering to take both the positive and the negative square root of 13 over 4. So that gives us y minus 3 halves on the left-hand side and a plus or minus square root of 13 over 2 on the right-hand side. I went ahead and took the square root of the 4 in the denominator. Now, adding 3 halves to both sides, I have y equals 3 halves plus or minus the square root of 13 over 2. And this gives me two answers. Y equals 3 plus the square root of 13 over 2, and y equals 3 minus the square root of 13 over 2.